preserving country's history and safeguarding national unity. Let's go back in Cyangugu, the genocide perpetrators forgiven by survivors. During a 3-day retreat to commemorate the victims of the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi held at Ibanga Ry'Amahoro Center in the Catholic Diocese of Cyangugu, powerful testimonies have emerged from both perpetrators and survivors. Individuals who took part in the genocide and later asked for forgiveness from the families of their victims shared how receiving forgiveness has transformed their lives. They say they now live freely and openly, no longer burdened by the shame and fear that once forced them into hiding. At the same time, those who granted forgiveness affirmed that they too have been relieved of the heavy emotional burdens. Zamari Ruvugundi admits to having killed a relative of Mukakarangwa Vestine during 1994 genocide against the Tutsi after confessing his crimes, asking for forgiveness and completing his sentence through the Gacaca courts. He says reintegrating into the community was extremely difficult. He lived in the constant fear, believing those he had wronged would seek a revenge. Today, through the support of MYAKA Parish and the late Father Obardi Rugirangoga's reconciliation initiatives, he has sought and received forgiveness. He says this act has liberated him and he no longer lives in fear. On her part, Mukarangwa Vestine recalls that when Jean-Marie was released, she was deeply afraid and suspected that he might harm her. Although forgiving him was not easy, she said the teachings she received helped her find the strength to forgive. Today, she confirms that they live side by side in peace without fear or resentment. The Justice and Peace Commission of the Catholic Diocese of Cyangugu continues to build on legacy initiated by Father Obardi Rugirangoga. The reconciliation program has now reached all 22 parishes of the diocese. Councillors involved in the initiative acknowledge that the process is not always easy, as some individuals remain resistant and seeking for forgiveness. However, they emphasize that the effort continues so foster for lasting social harmony. Before we go to international news, let's take a break, then we'll continue later.